What's up? Postal268 here. I have noticed a weird little issue with the previous videos, where the view was much lower than it should have been. And this was because I had Steam VR displaying both eyes with right dominant, and for some reason that positions the view lower down. So now I have it set to just the right eye, so it should be more natural to where I'm actually looking. So I am continuing on my lessons. We just did parts 1, 2, and 3 of Nightmare, and so I think I'm going to start with strategies for particular loadouts. I'm going to start off with the two-handed weapons, because I feel like those probably require the most strategy since you're very, very dependent on a singular weapon. So I'm going to pick the axe first. And again, I sort of just wing this, so I'm going to come up with the strategy real quick. Alright, let's see. So we've got 16 guard damage and 8 health damage, and we gain 50% off of whatever's in the other hand. First time we take health damage, so this one seems like a pretty straightforward strategy. We're going to want to take health damage. For what's in my other hand, here's a decision we've got to make if we're deciding to do this. We want a whole bunch of additional attack, obviously. So you could go with something really strong, like grabbing a whole nother two-handed weapon, which will add half of, so it'll add 8 and 5 to this, which is good, but now I have a weapon that's useless. I can't really do anything with it. Which, I mean, doesn't matter, because we're going to be mostly two-handed. But it depends on how good you are at blocking. You could go with something like a dagger or a sword. And when you're in a spot where you need to block, you can pull up the dagger and one-handed block with all that, and then switch back to the two-handed weapon. I guess real quickly, I'm going to hop in and just show that on display. We're obviously going to abandon it, but... So say I'm coming here, I put down my weapon, block, now pull it back up. Well, I didn't do it fast enough, but block, weapon up, smack, smack. I mean, this takes a little bit of skill in and itself. But you think of your dagger as like your secondary weapon. And so with this, which if you're good enough with the axe, probably won't even need to block. Well, with the little guys. Alright, abandon run. That's how I did it with my very first two-handed weapon video. And that was just because I wanted to get a video out really quickly. And so I didn't spend any actual time learning the new weapons. And so that was my quick and easy cheat to doing it. Some people weren't happy about that, but I'm at a point now I can use the two-handed weapons decently. Well, I got to a point I could. I'm going to be completely straight here. I have not used the two-handed weapons since I came back to the game. So it's been roughly 2 years. I may not be as good with them now, but if we're focusing on this, we have additional dashes, so yeah, I mean, we have 5 dashes there, plus 1 health crystal. So for the second weapon, this is really strong. I might... Let's see. This has decent amount of guard damage, even though it's tiny. It's only got 3 health, so we're not going to get a lot of extra health damage. But this is going to throw an additional 50% guard also. So this should make this do a ton of guard damage. And I think that's one strategy to go with, is just try to break their guard very, very quickly and not need to block at all. And also, I have the concussive blast to push them away if they're getting too close to me. And this gives me a ton of health crystals. As you see, this gives you +2 health crystals. How many do I get off this? Less. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go with this, because I want to just start off with a whole bunch of health crystals. And I'm kind of curious to see just how much guard damage this is going to be doing with the marital focus and the two-handed stacked on there. This has got to be just nasty. Oh, I just touched something. I should move over. Alright. Huh, not as much as I thought, but I am a little bit rusty on swinging this. It does take some getting used to keep your hands in the right spot. You can sort of keep one hand, like the bottom one, in one spot and then just move that around. Whatever's most comfortable for you. Pretty good on the health damage. Alright. If Vicious Strike slays an enemy, gain 1 health. You know what? I'm gonna focus on strengthening the axe. 2 combo is not a lot, but now we're doing extra damage, because since I have taken health damage, that procs one of the abilities of this. And I can just one-hit him, get my health back, but because I've taken health, I still have the, the plus 25% health damage. Ooh, didn't do that in time. Let's get a little bit refamiliarized. Okay. I don't know how good of a lesson this is gonna be. Balanced. Not that important. I'll take this, because right now our goal with this weapon is to just get through their guard very quickly. Which, since I've lost a health crystal, I have a bonus 15%. So, let's see. I'm gonna fight this guy without using the ability real quick, just to see how much damage I can do off one combo. Not a ton, so let's just go ahead and finish him with the super. So that gives us a little bit of extra. Still not enough damage to finish him off, though. So, just like with the first Nightmare lesson I mentioned, even though this is slower, and I'm still a little bit getting used to it, because I have their attack patterns memorized, I can go ahead and be bracing myself for the next attack. I'm going to up the combo to 3. 2 is way too low combo, even with a slow weapon. Plus, I don't have any perks that require me to finish the combo. So, there's no reason to not just increase it. Alright, let's see. Alright, that doesn't finish him off in one hit. Good to know. So I won't be getting that health crystal back. But again, we want broken health crystals because that gives me increased health damage. I would like it to offer me, you know, more. See, this is not a with this weapon loadout. This is not what you want to see, because you want to keep as many health crystals as possible. A bonus 15%. Let's see. Hey Google, what's 15% of 8? Of course it did one not in the room with me. Hey Google, what is 15% of 8? $1.2. Okay, so I'm gonna lose 1.2 to gain 1, so it's not worth it. I guess I'll just take the health because I have 4 dashes. Increased personally, if I have a bunch of dashes, I'm not that concerned about their recovery time. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use this to take out the small guy real quick. And that's going to go ahead and give me a bonus 25% health damage. So let's see. That's enough to kill him in 1 combo now. Alright. And because that's enough to do him in 1 combo, it's enough to do these guys in 2. So I want to focus on getting this super up. If I remember correctly, if you've leveled this super up enough, you can take out a knight with it. And I'm being a little bit cautious here. I could just let them... Oh! Well... I gotta take that. That's when you're using a single weapon. As I stated in the last lesson, that is one of the best perks to get. Now, that does put me at a disadvantage. I cannot fully upgrade the super on the right hand now, so I am going to have to sacrifice a health crystal for an open slot. And that's if I'm lucky enough to have the RNG to get that option. Push me back. Alright, doing a fair amount of damage now. Good. Alright, I'm going to use this on the little guy, just to go ahead and get him out of the way real quick. Work on my positioning. Alright. Yes. Alright, now it deals 40 health damage. How much does it deal right now? 20. I am definitely taking that. Now, since this build is going to be very dependent on the super, we definitely don't want to, like in the last lesson, get through the final boss and only have had 1 super upgrade. Luckily, I do care about the super on this one. It can come in handy. So until I get an additional slot here, I am going to throw any super upgrades I come across on the other hand for now. But there shouldn't be any more until after the boss. It only gives you 2 per section. Okay. I'm going to try to do a little bit less talking here. I'm going to go ahead and sack a health crystal to get some damage on him. Oh, wow. Yeah. Immediately going to the next phase. Well, this isn't technically the next phase. It's like the break between the phases. Alright, take out the knights first. They're the weakest ones. Now I should be able to kill that guy with the super. Yeah. Awesome. So the super is now enough to eat through an entire health bar, or an entire... I call it health bar. I don't actually know what it's officially supposed to be called. Oh. Alright, AoE, yep. Dash into him. Now I should be able to kill him with the super. Bye! How long did that take? 9 minutes? Alright, if we can keep this entire run and video down, I won't have to split this one up into multiple parts. Try to do a little bit less talking and more fighting. What do we got? Nimble? No. Blocking with this weapon? Oh, that would be great. But no. Health crystal is what we want. Hey, video did end up being a little long, so I figured I might as well split it into a part 1 and part 2. The part 2 is going to be a tiny bit longer. The total stretch of the video was 38 minutes, but I couldn't find a good point to split it just dead in the middle, and the second section only took me like 5 minutes to get through, so I just decided to throw it onto the next video. But if you enjoyed what you watched, be sure to like, subscribe, and again, leave me a comment if you like this style of teaching video, or if you would rather me do something a little bit more scripted and shorter.